Welcome back to Rekt Radio, the only show on Earth that sees Wall Street finally showing up to the party and says, "What took you so long?" I'm Sunny, and folks, the tide of legitimacy is rising, and it's lifting all boats.
And I'm Cole, here to remind you that when the tide comes in this fast, it's usually a tsunami. The old guard isn't here to join the party, Sunny. They're here to take it over and sell tickets. Let's look at who's crashing the gates.
Crashing? They are rolling out the red carpet. This is the moment we've been waiting for. S&P Dow Jones, one of the most respected names in traditional finance, is officially launching cryptocurrency indexes. This isn't some niche firm. This is the big leagues. The people who define the stock market for millions are now putting Bitcoin and Ethereum on the same stage. This is a massive, undeniable step towards mainstream acceptance. It's the ultimate validation.
It's the ultimate branding exercise. You see validation, I see financial colonization. They're not embracing the decentralized revolution, they're packaging it. They're taking a wild, permissionless asset class and taming it, putting it into a neat little index so they can sell it to the masses and, more importantly, charge management fees on it. This isn't about adoption, it's about productization. The goal isn't to build a new financial system, it's to make crypto just another line item in the old one.
But that's how it starts, Cole. You have to build the bridges before people can cross them. These indexes are the girders for institutional-grade products, for ETFs, for pension funds. It gives financial advisors a reliable benchmark to talk to their clients about. This is what removes the career risk for the big money managers. What could this become? It becomes the on-ramp for trillions of dollars that are currently sitting on the sidelines, just waiting for a familiar, trusted name like S&P to give them the green light.
What are the risks right now? The risk is that we lose the soul of what we're building. We trade decentralization for a ticker symbol. We get so excited about the institutional money that we let them rewrite the rules. Wait, let me jump in here, because it's a double-edged sword. At the same time we have Wall Street coming in, we have crypto-native companies like Gemini mulling a public listing on the NASDAQ. So we're meeting them in the middle, and that's just as dangerous.
Dangerous? It's brilliant. It shows the maturation of the industry. A company like Gemini going public would be a landmark event. It would mean subjecting themselves to the highest levels of transparency and regulatory scrutiny. Audits, quarterly reports, the works. That builds immense trust. It proves to the world that this is a serious, legitimate industry, not just some Wild West experiment.
It proves they want a massive exit for their early investors. The moment a crypto company goes public, its mission changes. The goal is no longer to serve the user or advance the technology. The goal is to maximize shareholder value. Suddenly, they're not incentivized to take risks or prioritize decentralization. They're incentivized to raise fees, cut costs, and do whatever it takes to make the quarterly earnings report look good. It's a golden handcuff that chains them to the very system we're supposed to be replacing.
I see it as building an embassy in their territory. It doesn't mean you're surrendering. It means you're establishing a powerful presence. But this push for a new, better infrastructure goes way beyond just finance. The next great frontier is AI.
Oh, wonderful. Let's talk about the technology that's either going to save humanity or turn us all into paperclips and add crypto to the mix. What fresh chaos are you excited about now?
The solution to the paperclip problem. Right now, AI is dangerously centralized. A handful of giant tech companies control the most powerful models. They get to decide what the AI can say, what it can do, who gets to use it. It's a huge single point of failure and a censorship nightmare. The future is decentralized AI infrastructure, where models are open source and run on a global network of nodes, not on a Google server farm. It's AI for the people, by the people.
You're describing a world where nobody is in control, and you think that's a good thing. Who is accountable when a decentralized AI is used to generate deepfake propaganda that swings an election? Who do you sue when it's used to write malicious code that hacks a hospital? There's no CEO to fire, no company to regulate, no off switch. It's an unaccountable, unstoppable oracle that reflects the worst of the internet because that's what it was trained on. This isn't AI for the people, it's a recipe for global-scale chaos with zero recourse.
What could this become? It could become a public utility for intelligence, just like the internet is for information. It democratizes access to the most powerful technology of our time. Imagine artists, scientists, and builders from all over the world being able to contribute and use these models without asking for permission from a Silicon Valley overlord. It's a Cambrian explosion. We're already seeing it in finance, with projects like Stellar enabling new stablecoins like the ZARC in South Africa, bringing the power of digital currency to new markets. Decentralization fosters that kind of permissionless building.
And while you're focused on that utopian future, the present reality is an absolute dumpster fire. Let's talk about the dark side of this permissionless world. Asia is currently in the middle of a massive crypto crime wave. We're talking billions of dollars being siphoned out of the ecosystem through increasingly sophisticated scams. It's a brutal reminder that for all our talk of high-tech futures, this space is still fundamentally unsafe for the average person.
That's a sign of our success, Cole. Crime follows value. No one robs a bankrupt bank. The fact that criminals are targeting crypto in Asia is a direct result of the incredible adoption and growth we're seeing in that region. And it's a catalyst for improvement. This pressure forces us to build better security, smarter wallets, and more robust systems. Every attack is an expensive lesson that hardens the entire network for the future. It's evolution in real time.
Tell that to the victims of the pig butchering scams who are losing their life savings. This isn't just a technical problem, it's a human tragedy. And the issue is that the very features you celebrate, decentralization, censorship resistance, make it nearly impossible for law enforcement to catch these criminals or recover the funds. We've built a system that's incredibly efficient for criminals and brutally unforgiving for their victims. You can't just hand-wave away billions in losses as the cost of innovation. At some point, you have to fix the foundation.
I agree, and that's what's happening. But at the end of the day, all of these narratives, all of this fear, and all of this optimism comes down to one thing. So let's look at the ultimate source of truth, the Bitcoin chart on TradingView.
Finally, something we can agree on. I've got the one-day chart pulled up. No narratives, no span, just the raw data. What's it telling you, Sonny?
It's telling me a story of incredible resilience and deep underlying power. The overall summary from all the indicators is a clear buy, but the real story is in the moving averages, which show the long-term, powerful trend. They are flashing a strong buy. That's the deep, unstoppable current of the ocean, Cole, and it is pulling us higher. This market has conviction.
You're staring at the wake behind the boat and calling it a prophecy. The moving averages are lagging indicators. They show where we've been. Let's look at the dashboard right now. The oscillators, which measure real-time momentum, are sitting at neutral. There is a massive divergence between the past trend you're clinging to and the present reality of an exhausted market. The buyers have run out of steam.
It's not exhaustion, it's a strategic pause. It is the single most bullish formation you can ask for. A strong buy on the long-term trend with neutral momentum means the market is consolidating. It's absorbing all the selling pressure, shaking out the nervous hands, and building a solid foundation of support before the next explosive launch. The engine isn't stalled, it's getting tuned up on the launch pad.
It's a stalemate at the edge of a cliff. That neutral signal is telling you the bulls and bears have fought to a dead standstill. All the buying pressure that created that nice uptrend is gone, and the best the bulls can do is hold the line. That's not a launch pad, that's a sign of weakness at the top. The path of least resistance has very suddenly turned downwards.
That's all for this episode of Rekt Radio. I say trust the trend. The biggest names in finance are building on-ramps, the next wave of technological innovation is being born, and the chart is showing profound strength. Stay bullish.
And I say, beware the pause at the top. The institutions are here to take their cut, the risks are real and devastating, and the momentum is gone. Protect your capital. You've been listening to Rekt Radio.